Hey guys, this is Bednarek and this is my warm-up routine. Focus on getting your knee parallel to your hip. Common thing that I see people mess up on. Real quick before we get started, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. It helps me out a bunch. Let's get this started. So the first thing I do when I get to the track is do a warm-up lap. You can run or jog. Typically I like to run, so let's get it started. So typically when I get done with my warm-up lap, I usually do 4 sets of strides to the 100-meter mark. What I focus on is getting my arms up and then my knee up. Also how I strike the ground properly so I propel myself forward. Reason why I focus on that is because I want to instill better habits to when I go up to a faster pace. A common mistake I usually see when people are doing strides is how their posture is. A lot of people will tend to be like this, having their back arched. So they're doing way too much work for their leg and their hamstring is pulling the track like that. So they're using all the hamstrings. What you want to do is to make sure to stay on your hips, have a little tilt forward so then you're pushing yourself back towards that way. Also, what I see is people tend to have their foot kind of hit like this. So you're doing way more work when you can simply just strike the ground like this. And that will help yourself propel forward and make everything easier for you. All right, so let's do some strides. Heart's still kind of pumping. So after strides, we move into our next drill, which is high knees. So with high knees, you want to focus on making sure to get your knee parallel to your hip and making sure to pump your arms properly, making sure that every single time you go down towards the track to be explosive and move with purpose. So the typical thing that I see that people do wrong with high knees is they get lazy with their arms and they don't get their knees up. They also have their arch back, and this is a big no-no because when you're trying to go down the track and be explosive, your energy is going upwards and you need to look like this. You gotta be explosive and that'll make you go down towards the track. The energy is going that way. So we're going to do 2 sets of these to the 50-meter mark. All right, so let's do some high knees. So after high knees, we do a set of butt kicks. What we're gonna wanna focus on is making sure to be intentional with our arm swing, making sure to get your heel to your butt. This is just another workout just to make sure to get the body ready and primed for sprinting. So common mistake I see with the butt kicks is people are not intentional with their arm swing. You don't wanna be lazy and have it up here. You wanna make sure to get it up here and be intentional with it. Same goes for your heel to your butt. Make sure that you get it all the way, not halfway. You just gotta be intentional with everything that you do because it's gonna get you ready to run on the track. Just like high knees, for the rest of my drills, I do 2 sets to 50 meters. All right, so we're gonna do some butt kicks. So the next drill we're gonna do is A skip. Just like high knees, we're gonna emphasize getting the arm up and the knee parallel to the hip. Make sure to get in that rhythm. And we're gonna just do this. We do that 50 meters down the track. When I'm doing it right now is I'm more so kind of towards like this instead of like this. So it's not really, you're not really going like this. You're not pushing the track back. So what I'm usually doing is just like kind of like tapping the track. That's why it doesn't sound as explosive. It sounds a little bit lighter. So after A skips, we're gonna do straight legs. What you wanna focus on is making sure to keep your legs straight when you're doing the straight legs. So you're gonna look like this, going down to the track. One thing you can do is engage your core, which will also help with your keeping your legs straight. Common thing that I see people do is not keep their legs straight, and they kind of be like this, kind of lazy, arms not really pumping as well. And what you're gonna get from doing this is kind of warming up the hamstring and also get you a little bit of that stretching involved as well. And then you're gonna be able to strike the ground. If you're doing it right, you're gonna strike the ground properly and you're gonna push down the track, not up the track. All right, so we're gonna do some straight legs. So the last drill that I do for my warm-ups is bunny hops. So what we're gonna focus on is making sure to have good body posture and just bounce. Don't let your foot collapse, don't let your knee collapse. You're not really gonna get the benefit. What is really benefiting is just making sure that your ankles are getting warmed up and primed for sprinting. And that's all you're focusing on, is just doing this. Not this, doing this. Be explosive while you're doing it too. All right, quick note. So for the bunny hops, we're gonna do 15 to 20 meters, not 50. All right, so now we're gonna do some bunny hops. All right guys, so that's my warm-up routine. Make sure you listen to your coach and actually find the warm-up that actually works for you. Make sure that you're doing it with intention, and the best thing you can do is have a great warm-up routine right before you go out to practice. If y'all want to see more training videos like this, leave a comment below with your ideas. Don't forget to like and subscribe.